In this video, we're going to be looking at order of operations. And in number 1, it wants us to perform the operations and simplify. In A, we have negative 2 plus 8 minus 11 minus 2 minus 9. First thing we want to do is simplify the quantities inside the parentheses. So we're going to have negative 2 plus, now we have 8 minus 11, and that's equal to negative 3 minus 2 minus 9 is equal to negative 7. And now they want us to simplify the quantity inside the bracket. So we have negative 2 plus, we have negative 3 minus a negative 7, so that's negative 3 plus 7, which is equal to 4. And now we add negative 2 plus 4, which is equal to 2. In B, we have 15 minus 3 times negative 5 plus 10 minus 7 squared. And the first thing it wants us to do is simplify the quantities in the parentheses. 15 minus 3 is equal to 12 times negative 5 plus 10 is 5, minus 7 is negative 2, and negative 2 is squared. And now we want to square the second quantity, so we're going to have 12 times negative 2 squared is equal to 4. And now 12 times 4 is equal to 48. In C, we have 1/4 minus negative 3/8 minus 2/3, and it wants us to simplify the quantity inside the parentheses. So we have 1/4 minus, now if we want to simplify the quantity inside the parentheses, we need to subtract fractions. And we're going to need a common denominator for this. And our least common denominator here is going to be 24. And we can write negative 3/8 with a denominator of 24 by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 3. So we're going to have negative 9 over 24 minus, if we wanted to write 2/3 with a denominator of 24, we'd have to multiply numerator and denominator by 8. 8 times 2 is equal to 16. And now we have 1/4 minus, now we have negative 9 minus 16 is equal to negative 25 over 24. And now we want to do our subtraction. And we're going to need to come up with a least common denominator again, and it's 24 again as well. So we have 24, and in order to make 1/4 have a denominator of 24, we'd have to multiply by 6. So we have 6 over 24, and we have minus a negative, which is going to make us a positive, 25 over 24, and this is equal to 31 over 24. In D, we have the absolute value of 2 minus 9 minus the absolute value of 5 minus 7 divided by 10 minus 15. And the first thing they want us to do is simplify inside the absolute value. So we're going to have the absolute value of 2 minus 9 is negative 7 minus the absolute value of 5 minus 7 is the absolute value of negative 2 divided by 10 minus 15. And now it wants us to simplify the numerator and denominator. The absolute value of negative 7 is 7 minus the absolute value of negative 2 is 2 divided by 10 minus 15. And now we're going to take care of our subtraction in the numerator and the denominator. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. 10 minus 15 is equal to negative 5. 5 divided by negative 5 is equal to negative 1. In E, we have 1/4 minus negative 3/8 minus 2/3 divided by 5/3. And they want us to simplify the quantity in the parentheses. And the quantity in the parentheses is the same quantity that was in the parentheses from part C. So we know inside the parentheses we have negative 25 over 24. So we're going to have 1/4 minus negative 25 over 24 divided by 5/3. And now order of operations is going to tell us to do the division next. So we have 1/4 minus, now we have negative 25 over 24. And instead of division, we're going to turn it into a multiplication. And we're going to take the reciprocal of 5/3, which is 3/5. And now we're going to multiply negative 25 over 24 times 3/5. So we have 1/4 minus negative, and now we have 25 times 3 is 75 divided by 24 times 5 is 120. And 75 over 120 can be reduced to 5/8, so we have negative 5/8. And now we need a common denominator to do the subtraction, so we can say that this is equal to 2/8, and we have a minus and a minus, so we have plus 5/8. And 2/8 plus 5/8 is equal to 7/8. And that's our video on order of operations part 2.